but I love that song. Back in 1983, I was a junior in high school. Journey, my first concert ever, was at the Rosemont Horizon. I know what you're thinking. I don't look a day over 30. This gentleman, Jonathan Cain, is the singer-songwriter for Journey. My talk today is about the history and the origin of the song, Don't Stop Believing. We've heard a lot about belief today. Back in 1973, Jonathan, 23 years old, left his hometown of Chicago for stardom. He was confident he was going to be a world-renowned songwriter. He had an offer. He moved his home into his first little apartment, and he was just so certain that he was going to be an overnight success. About 2 years into Jonathan's journey, things weren't going as he had planned. Very discouraged, he called his father. His father's always been his biggest fan. And he said, "Dad, things aren't going well. I'm 3 months behind on my rent. I don't know where my next paycheck's going to come from. Every promise that was made for me to move to LA has just gone away. And Dad, I'm thinking of throwing in the towel and coming home to Chicago and just giving up on this idea of being a great songwriter." Jonathan's father responded, "Jonathan, don't give up. Don't stop believing in yourself, son. You are destined for greatness." Jonathan's father's words were the nourishment that Jonathan needed during that time of his life when he was struggling and financially broke and losing sight of his dream. This is my family. A lot of crying here today. For some reason, when we look at our families and our struggles, it just brings out emotion. My beautiful wife, Michelle, 25 years of marriage. Been up with me for a long time. My family, I have 6 children, 5 grandchildren. The picture on the right is my daughter, Katie. Brought me to my first conference here in 2015 when my life was in turmoil. She was becoming a licensed agent, and Dad wanted to come and understand, what she was doing. If it wasn't for Katie telling me that, "Dad, you can do this," I probably wouldn't be here today. My whole family. I wish I can go backwards. I wish I could talk to each and every one of you today about your struggles and your challenges and your successes. If you'll indulge me just a little bit, I'd like to share with you my struggle getting involved in Symmetry and how it's turned out. When I came into Symmetry, I was in business for 25 years. At 23 years old, I worked for a company, a franchise, and franchisable companies, you can work real hard and you can eventually own them, and I did in 7 years. I had a mentor who told me that if you believe it and you can see it, it'll happen for you. He was right. Between 2010 and 2016, I participated in the Great Recession. Anyone here participate in the recession? I participated a whole bunch. I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. The last year, I lost hundreds of thousands more. I took a second mortgage on my home, $345,000 mortgage on my home, and I gave it to this business that was dying, and I gave it to the business instead of keeping it for my family, just with hopes, that it was going to turn out great, and it didn't. When I got licensed in 2016, running my first few appointments, I can remember vividly going to my car, pulling out of the driveway, and there's a gentleman there. He had his car kind of blocking my driveway. And he said, "Are you Dave Kushner?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm Dave Kushner." He said, "I need for you to sign this, Dave." And I looked down, and it was Carrington Bank versus Dave Kushner. My home went into foreclosure the first month I was running business, so it was a little challenging time to keep my head right. Not only did my home go into foreclosure, my cars got repossessed. Hard to forget that part. So the next month, true story, my daughter tells me that there's a knock on the door and there's someone here to see me. My car was hooked up to a tow truck. Wells Fargo decided to take a couple automobiles. I had fallen so far behind. I had 4 children. Getting out of high school, I wasn't able to afford to send them to community college. My credit score was below 500. It was just a mess. Here, as I started my first conference, I was on depression medications, anxiety medications. I can remember, again, being in this audience, looking around to see who might see me take a Xanax, as I was trying to understand, this business and just to relax. Depression medication, Xanax. I was on Ambien for, I think, 5 years. It was terrible. My daughter, Kelly, looked at me one day and she was crying and she said, "Daddy, can I share your cell phone with you?" And I said, "Sure, honey, what's wrong? Why would you want to share my cell phone?" She said, "My girlfriend from school's father took his life last week. He owned a business like you, Daddy, and he lost everything too." If it wasn't for my family believing in me, making sure that I was okay when I wasn't my best, I never would have been here before. My mentor, Miranda, y'all met Miranda here on stage. She believed in me and she set the example. I can remember when I came to my first crop conference, Miranda was the #1 female in Symmetry Financial Group. And it was funny, earlier today, Marshall had said that Miranda had given him that stare. Y'all remember it, saying that? I gave Miranda a hug, and I said, "Boy, I can't imagine doing $400 and something thousand in business in 1 year." And Miranda gave me that same stare. She said, "Yes, you can do it, Dave. You've got what it takes. I believe in you." And it's the belief. So Miranda didn't tell me that I should believe in myself.